Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm April Honey. So spring may be leaving us, but spring core will live on through the summer. I absolutely believe this from the bottom of my heart. So we have a custom design tutorial, and this one is going to be a little bit spring core. We are going to be making a box, an umbrella design, guys, and it is going to be a bunny inside of a wooden crate. I don't know, I just thought it was cute and I wanted one on my island, and I always share with you guys everything that I want on my island, because what if you guys want it on your island, and what if you guys want to make something similar? So if you really want to copy the pixels exactly as they are on the screen, then you can go ahead and get the pixel art that I will be sharing on Discord. Otherwise, you can follow my tutorial. We're just making a very simple bunny. I found the simpler it is, the less colors you use, the more crisp and standing out, like, I don't know, strong your image is going to look. We don't want to add too many colors to the bunny, otherwise it'll start getting washed out. It'll start blurring into the rest of the custom code, and we definitely do not want that. Around the bunny, I'm going to be adding some shading, like a little bit of cross hatching almost, but pixel art style, in order to make it look like it's an empty crate. We want to give it that texture of an empty box, right? So that's what I'm doing around there. And around the corner edges, like the very top edge, I highlighted that because that is where the light is going to be hitting it the most, because that is the rim of the box. And I put a little shadow underneath that to kind of accentuate that rim of the box kind of feeling. Now on the box, we're going to give it that wooden box kind of look. We're going to be reinforcing the corners with wood, of course, because there's going to be like a frame structure on every wooden box. It's important to kind of know the structure of items that you want to draw, right? You don't have to be an engineer, but you do have to have like a basic knowledge. Like I used a reference photo. My reference photo was the wooden box in the game, and that was a good reference photo for me to use. And we just wanted to make sure that the structure was kind of in place. So I'm trying to give it like a wood like texture, but it's also a processed wood. It's not like a natural wood, like an outside plank or anything like that. We don't want a kind of box that's going to give our bunny splinters. We just want a cute little cutesy box where he can hop in and out and live happily in his little bunny life doing bunny things, So that's what we're doing here. So we're just gonna do a little bit of shading around the edges of the box. I kind of always make my light source on the left side. I don't know why, it's just a habit, but I like it because it's cohesive and it makes all of my custom designs throughout time kind of go together, instead of having them have different light sources, which would make them not really good together. So that's always something that I consider. You can take that or leave that. If you never ever repeat custom designs, then it doesn't really apply to you. But for me, it kind of does, because I do repeat custom designs because I make them in many colors. And they always end up being something like, oh, I made this like a few islands back, and I bet that would be cute here. And instead of making it again, I realized, oh, hey, I made it in a few colors. Look it, I was looking out for me. And then I just re-downloaded and it works out great. So we're just doing like the wood side of the box and trying to add a little bit of wooden texture. Hopefully it looks semi-realistic. I don't expect it to be absolutely perfect. I mean, this is Animal Crossing and we are limited to what the pixel art in the game allows. So please don't beat yourself up over that. I'm so sorry. My little boy is a little bit neurospicy and he is letting everybody know that he is here. His name is JJ and he's just happily screaming his name at the world, and it's really cute. Probably not the best when I'm doing voiceovers, but you know what? He's a vibe and I adore him. So hopefully you guys don't mind too much that he decided to make a little appearance in this video. So on the other side, we're going to be doing that reinforced kind of box side where there's always like one that's at a diagonal to kind of hold them together. I think it's just to make it structurally sound. And well, I know it's just to make it structurally sound. And it always looks really good to me too. I love the way it looks. The aesthetic of it is just super cool. I really want to make some wooden planks in this color as well. Like I haven't done this color of wooden plank and I really want to go back and do that now. But I have no more custom designs on this island. So I'm gonna have to write down what my colors were here in order to use them in the future. Remind me to do that. I probably will forget. It's fine. I'll just, not like myself for it later. It'll be okay. It's a vibe. So this little guy is almost done. I think he's looking pretty cute. He looks pretty happy in his little box, and he's going to be super happy living in a meadow where I place him on my island. And then I decided, oh, you know what? Future me needs some carrots in the box, and we also need a darker box because, of course we do. And we need a gray bunny because, of course, we need a gray bunny as well, right? And then we needed some other colors that I happily made because, that's just kind of what I do. So we needed a blue box because this island is blue and it went perfectly on my island. And then we made a little bit of a light grayish box, which I really liked as well. Like this color is the bee's knees. It reminds me of the toy box in the game. I was so happy about those. And then we're going to be making another bunny, a bonus bunny, if you will. So our box is going to be very similar. We're going to do the structure, except it's going to be laying a different way. This bunny is going to be laying down on the ground and the box is going to be tilted over, almost like a doghouse, So I'm just making the structure of this box. It doesn't matter if you make your lines go off of the end of the box. Like it really doesn't matter if you go outside of the lines of the umbrella. Nothing really shows out there anyway, so I wouldn't worry about that if I were you. I feel like now that I'm done with it, I should have made like a little carrot dangling from the top like a toy, right? That would have been so cute. Didn't think of that at the time, but I really should have. It's okay. We're not going to get mad at me. We'll live and learn, and maybe next time, I think maybe when I do the teddy bear, I might do something different. I think I'm going to do a teddy bear in a basket, like maybe in a laundry basket, which I think would be super adorable. Kind of want like a shirt over his head, like he's playing in the laundry, like the little snuggle bear, right? But with the Animal Crossing teddy bear kind of vibe going on. That is an idea that I might do. I don't know if I'm going to do a tutorial on it because I'm not sure if you guys would want something like that already after getting this one that's very similar, but it's just an idea I have that I think would be really cute. So I had a little trouble on this side right here. It took me a minute to figure out like why that line, the diagonal line, wasn't working for me. It was like going down the wrong way and I was like, duh, what am I doing? I don't understand why this isn't working. I did figure it out though, and you will see in a few minutes what I do to fix it. It's a very simple fix, but in case you ever get stuck like this, here's what you'll need to do in order to fix it. That diagonal line right there is straight. It's a straight line. It needs to be straight. It needs to not be diagonal. But I made it diagonal and it needed to be straight, and that is where I went wrong. So I went over here, I started shading, and I kept looking at it and I was like, what is going wrong? Something is wrong with this. But I kept working, and then I was like, it hit me at right about the point where I made this bottom piece right here. I was kind of going, oh, all right, I get it. Okay, let me delete this. So I went and adjusted my lines because I had them all wrong. But it's fine. We live, we learn. It's just to show, I left that part in just to show you guys that I also do, this is a learning process for me too. And as I'm learning, I'm trying to help you guys also get the hang of it with me. There were certain things that I had a lot of practice with paths and things like that. but I ventured outside of my comfort zone and I started making other things. And I've just been taking you along on the journey, but I don't want you to think that it all comes super easily or natural to me all the time. Like kind of like my drawing, right? I just started my digital art journey a couple years ago, like a year and a half ago. So I don't want anyone to ever think that it comes easily or that I don't make mistakes or I don't make horrible things, because sometimes I do. A lot of times I do, but there are ways to fix things and to adjust them. It's all a matter of practice and just not giving up and keeping at it. That way, when the next Animal Crossing comes out, and they probably will have a custom design tool because they've had it for a couple games now, we will be that much better, right? Right when it comes out. You know, I am going to be exploring that custom design world the minute the game comes out, because that's just what I do and what I love. So we're going to be making our bunny now. I want our bunny to be kind of laying down, and I was coming up with this bunny kind of as I was making it. I didn't have like a reference photo of the bunny like I should have. I wish I did. But what I did was what I do when I draw. I just put together a bunch of shapes, because everything is made up of shapes, and sort of just kind of went from there and tried to like mold it into looking like a bunny with bunny ears. Initially, I made the ears a little bit too far forward, and as I kept seeing that, I pushed them back and just kind of kept pushing them back. And I would recommend playing around with custom designs like this, kind of testing your boundaries and seeing like what you can do by sight, and you know, how far you are in your journey. So I did decide that I wanted the back ear to be the one on the right, and I wanted to have it kind of turned towards us or angled toward us a little bit. And then I ended up continuing to move that ear and move those ears back a little bit more and more until they were finally in the correct place. I know it took a minute, but you know what? It's part of the journey, and you had to trust the process. I say that all the time. I absolutely mean it. Every piece of art has an ugly phase, and you have to trust the process and just work through the ugly phase. I think we all had an ugly phase, right? I look at pictures of myself when I was like 12 and I'm like, oh my goodness. But you know, you just work through it. You trust the process. You bring out the beauty that lies within. You know it's there. You just got to find it and bring it to you with a little bit of shading and contours, right? That's all it takes. Just like makeup, right? Shading and contours. I say that like I know how to put on makeup. I don't know how to put on makeup, guys. I'm a fraud. So we're just gonna continue going. I want to give the bunny a little bit of a nose, and I want him to have cute kawaii cheeks, and we are done. Hopefully you guys like them. I think they're super adorable. I hope you guys are having an amazing day or night wherever you are. I know you could be doing absolutely anything in the world, and you chose to hang out with me, and I appreciate you so much for that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.